Hey everyone, I'm Northern Explorer. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be installing a set of Apex Overland front recovery points on our 5th gen Toyota 4Runner. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, you might be wondering, where did the 4Runner come from? This is my wife's daily driver. It's a 2022 TRD off-road that we use as a day tripper for finding remote waterfalls and hiking trails. We've been lucky to have never gotten stuck, but in the event that we do, it'll be good to have proper recovery points. From the factory, 5th gen 4Runners are only equipped with tie-down points. These tie-down points are not rated for recovery and should only be used for recovery if no other option is available. The recovery points that I'll be installing today are made by Apex Overland. Installation requires no cutting, drilling, or welding. They are bolted directly to the frame in 4 locations, are sold in pairs, and all hardware is included. The first step in the installation process is to remove the lower air shield. After struggling with these clips for years, I finally ordered the proper removal tool. In addition to the plastic clip, 5 10mm bolts also need to be removed. Now that the lower air shield is out of the way, the factory skid plate can be removed. It's supposed to be held on with 4 12mm bolts. This 4Runner happens to be missing one of those bolts. The 4 14mm anti-sway bar bolts can now be removed. I started with the front 2 bolts and then moved to the back 2 bolts. At this point I broke out the impact wrench to make things a little easier. All 4 of these OEM bolts are replaced with longer bolts that are included in the kit. Apex utilizes unused threaded bolt holes as one of the attachment locations for each of the recovery points. Protective stickers must be removed to access these bolt holes. The 12mm bolts holding the power steering cooler bracket are now removed. These bolts will also be replaced. The new recovery points will be sitting flush up against the frame in this area. If the welds are sticking out too much, they will need to be filed down. After filing, the surface must be sealed to prevent rust. I've had good luck in the past with Rust Encapsulator Plus. The new recovery points are sandwiched in between the anti-sway bar bushing in the frame and also the power steering bracket and the frame. The large 19mm bolt is the first to be installed. After threading it on by hand and quadruple checking that I wasn't cross-threaded, I used my ratchet and then my impact driver. I left a little wiggle room to allow proper alignment of the rest of the bolts. The 13mm bolt comes next. I made sure that the power steering bracket was sitting on the outside of the recovery point. 17mm bolts, included in the kit, are then used to reattach the anti-sway bar. The same installation procedure is repeated on the passenger side. It was now time to tighten everything down to the proper torque specifications. First, the 19mm bolts are torqued to 70 foot-pounds. Then, the 17mm anti-sway bar bolts are torqued to 40 foot-pounds. And finally, the 13mm bolts are torqued to 18 foot-pounds. The only thing that's left to do is to put the skid plate and the air shield back on.
A few moments later.
The new recovery points work with a traditional bow shackle or a soft shackle. That's it for this one. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.